Hello everyone, welcome to NABARD Officer Club. So this initiative is for NABARD Grade A interview preparation, and today we are going to discuss a very important topic of the supervision as a function of NABARD. So NABARD as a apex development financial institution perform a three premium important functions. The first one is as a credit intermediation, specifically the credit planning and refinancing purpose. The second one is the developmental function, and which include the sectoral development as well as the institutional development. And the third and the most important function is the supervision function. The supervision function of a NABARD is very unique in itself. It is statutorily, as per the section 35 of the uh, Banking Regulation Act 1949, it empowers NABARD to conduct inspection, which is a part of a supervision of several supervised entities. So these are known as supervised entities. We will see what actually contains in the supervised entities. So this is a statutory provision. So in supervised entities, there are regional rural banks and rural cooperative institution, and in particularly in rural cooperative institution, only state cooperative bank and district central cooperative banks are there. There is no supervision of primary agriculture credit societies because PACS a, are not covered in the definition of a bank. So you must remember this. Primary agriculture society is not mentioned in the definition of a bank. Apart from this, so this is a statutory requirement of the NABARD. Apart from it, NABARD also conducts a regular inspection of several other institutions on a voluntary basis. So as per the requirement and as per the demand. So which are those institutions? The first one is the Land Development Bank, or also called as SCARDB, that is State Cooperative Agriculture Rural Developmental Bank, which provides long-term or investment refinancing to the other agriculture credit institutions. Then several marketing federations and apex viewer societies. So for these institutions, NABARD conducts inspection on a voluntary basis. Okay, so this is a prominent function. However, if we if we analyze detailed supervisory power of NABARD, then it includes the on-site inspection and off-site surveillance. On-site inspection and off-site surveillance. So as we have seen, section 35(6) of the Banking Regulation Act, it empowers NABARD to conduct a regular inspection of supervised entities on a statutory basis. It is a statutory requirement of the NABARD. However, apart from it, voluntary, it can also inspect the apex viewer societies, the marketing federation. So in on-site inspection, which NABARD supervises or NABARD inspect on a periodical basis, means after a certain period of time. It focuses on the financial, operational and managerial aspect of the banks. So it generally assesses the risk profile of the bank. Whereas in off-site surveillance, which occurs in the NABARD headquarters or NABARD RO, which is done on a continuous basis and supplementary to the on-site inspection, and it involves desk scrutiny of the cooperative banks and RRB operation, which are known as supervised entities, through a set of statutory and non-statutory return. Apart from which, there is a centralized fraud monitoring cell for a fraud amounting more than 10 lakh rupees. The cell is located in the Mumbai, so it monitors and disposes the cases relating to the frauds and misappropriation of the fund. Further, if the panel asks different initiatives or the different recent development in the supervisory or in the department of supervision of the NABARD, then the most important that you always need to mention in the answer is the e-camel SC approach, that is enhanced camel SC approach, or the model which focus on the risk-based assessment, the risk-based quantitative and qualitative control indicators for supervised entities. Actually, this model is developed for the risk-based supervisory rating model. It assesses the financial health of the bank. And in the recent year, the whole supervisory process of the NABARD has been digitized through super soft application. This is very important, the super soft application and the eCAMLSC approach. And eCAMLSC approach also, there is a the eCAMLSC approach, there is a long form for the eCAMLSC, which involves various quantitative and the qualitative indicators. Like for example, not for example, the eCAMLSC means C for capital adequacy, A for asset quality, M for management, E for earnings, L for liquidity, S for sensitivity to the market risk, and C for compliance with the rules and regulation. Then further, there is a single supervisory manager for large banks, which is the NABARD generally appoint or NABARD generally designate as any manager as a single supervisory manager for the large bank. So that's a single point of contact for the supervision purpose. So it also enhances the responsibility, point of responsibility. Then proactive supervision introduced in 2020 for continuous and ongoing engagement with the CEOs of all supervised entities. So continuous engagement of CEOs. Then NABARD also developed the several tools such as vulnerability index for cybersecurity, fraud vulnerability index. So NABARD developed such an index and promoted the competitive federalism, so that the banks which are at the bottom ladder in the vulnerability index uh, should do more to reduce its vulnerability to the cyber attacks and also to the frauds and misappropriation. Then further, there is one such in NABARD regional office conducts sensitization workshops for supervised entities. Now, why there is need for sensitization on a very recent topics or which are yet to be developed fully, like KYC or anti-money laundering, that like corporate governance norms, cyber security, fraud detection, misappropriation, risk management. So on a different topic, NABARD conducts sensitization workshops, and supervised entities, especially the CEOs, should participate in those workshops. So overall, if you see supervision department, you must mention in the answer the supervised entities, and it does not involve PACs. PACs are regulated further by the cooperative of the registered societies. The inspection is done by the NABARD of these supervised entities, and PACs are totally under state government. NABARD also conduct inspection on voluntary basis of these institutions: SCAR-DB, Market Federation, Apex Viewer Societies. Okay, then you must mention this CAMLSC approach, which focuses on the risk-based quantitative and qualitative control indicators. So eCAMLSC is a comprehensive supervisory rating model which has been introduced by the NABARD for rural cooperative banks in India, and it monitors evolving risks, and it evaluates financial stability and ensure compliance with the regulatory standards. Here also I have mentioned that it is comprehensive supervisory rating model to assess the financial health of the bank. You must understood this risk-based quantitative and qualitative control indicator. Then single supervisory manager for large bank, super soft software. This is very important. Proactive supervision and vulnerability index for cybersecurity, fraud vulnerability index. Okay, that's it. So in supervision function of an NABARD, you need to focus on this much of information. Now in the next video, we will see the development function and the credit intermediaries, which is the most important function, credit intermediaries function. And in the credit intermediary function, we first see the credit planning, how the credit planning done in the NABARD through PLP report, and what is the role of DDM, district development manager, in the PLP assessment.